Hey guys, it's Jennifer. So tonight my parents are coming over for dinner, and whenever they come over, I always like to make sure that they never leave empty-handed. So I wanted to share with you guys a recipe for these spicy pretzels that I make for my dad. He loves them. They're so addictive, and that's why I never make them for myself, because I kid you not, I will eat the whole batch in 1 day, 2 days. It's really bad. So I only make them when my parents come over, when I go back home from college. And so I want to show you guys how to make them. They're so easy, and they're great to hand out to people for gifts, to put into bags, just little treats. I think you guys are going to love them. For this recipe, you're going to need some pretzels. So I put a 16-ounce bag of pretzels into a bowl, and you could also use anything from a 15-ounce bag to a 20-ounce bag is fine. And you can use pretzel sticks, regular pretzels, mini pretzels. You're also going to need some lemon pepper, cayenne pepper, and garlic powder. We're also going to need our secret ingredient, which is our dried ranch dressing seasoning mix. And then we're going to need some vegetable oil to help coat the pretzels. The first thing we're going to do is add the oil to our pretzels. And now we're going to add our lemon pepper, cayenne pepper, and garlic powder, along with our dry ranch seasoning mix. Okay, now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to use our hands, and we're going to mix these together. Now you can also use a spoon, or you could put this all in a big Ziploc bag and shake it all together. You could also do that, and that's what we're going to do. So now our pretzels are golden and glistening and all coated evenly with the spices. Now what I'm going to do is I've got my cayenne pepper here. And I started off with about a half a teaspoon for the whole bag of pretzels. So we're just going to give these a quick taste before we bake them to see how our spice preference is. Now everyone's is different, and you can add, sometimes I add up to a teaspoon. It really just depends on how spicy you like them. Perfect. I like having just a subtle heat at the back of my throat. I don't want to be overpowered by the spice. Now I've lined my large baking sheet with some parchment paper. You could also use a silicone baking mat, or even some foil would work fine. Just going to spread my pretzels out onto this sheet. See all that seasoning at the bottom of the bowl? Whew. I've got my pretzels all prepped and ready to go, and I've got my oven preheated to 200 degrees, and we are going to bake these for a long time, about 50 minutes. Essentially what we're doing is we are drying out these pretzels, because if we serve them right now, they'd be oily and just not very good. So by cooking them at a low temperature, we're going to dry them out, and the seasoning's going to adhere to them, and they're going to be beautiful. So 50 minutes, 200 degrees, stir them a couple times in between. Let's do it. Now my pretzels have just finished baking. As you can see, they're totally dry. They're evenly coated with this amazing seasoning, and we're almost ready to eat. Now these pretzels can be eaten now, but I do recommend cooling them to room temperature before you serve them. And now I'm just packaging these up to give to my dad. And these actually last a pretty long time, at least a couple weeks in a covered container. They never last that long, but if you have some self-control, they will last you a pretty long time. I'm going to finish packaging these up, and then I'm going to make lasagna for dinner. All of the recipe quantities and instructions are on my website. I hope you guys enjoyed this recipe, and I hope you have a great day.